the air? Am I on the air? I must be on the air. There's nobody else here. I'm almost on the air. I think I'm almost on the air. Am I on the air? What the hell? So that's John Lithgow in Bombshell, and as playing Roger Ailes, and that's the real Roger Ailes. They look kind of similar, don't they? That's Johnny Depp and Martin Landau in Ed Wood. Johnny Depp over here is playing Ed Wood, who was the director of Plan 9 for Outer Space, one of the worst movies ever made. I say one of, not the very worst. I've seen worse, trust me. And this is Martin Landau playing Bela Lugosi. And so this is the real Ed Wood and the real Bela Lugosi from the movie Glenn or Glenda. So, I don't know. I guess they look kind of similar. Chernobyl, that was one hell of a miniseries. Something that should be required viewing, in my opinion. So that's Sam Rockwell in Fosse, the story of Bob Fosse. That's the actual Bob Fosse. See? That's kind of similar, don't they? That is Christian Bale in Vice, playing the Vice President Dick Cheney. That is the real Dick Cheney. That is Rami Malek in the movie Bohemian Rhapsody. He's playing the role of Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury, of course, being the lead singer for Queen. That is the real Freddie Mercury. The real one? The fake one. Interesting, huh? That's Al Pacino in a movie called Paterno, about a football coach named Paterno, I guess. That's the real Joe Paterno. That's Natalie Portman in the movie Jackie, the story of Jacqueline Kennedy, who was former President John F. Kennedy's wife. That is the real Jacqueline Kennedy. That's James Franco playing James Dean. James Dean, by the way, only ever made 3 movies, but he became an iconic superstar because of them. That's the real James Dean. Boy, he looks like he's been living kind of hard. That's Steve Carell and Emma Stone in Battle of the Sexes. It was a story of Billie Jean King and what's his name? Bobby Riggs. That's Bobby Riggs there, and that's the real Billie Jean King. Basically, he had gone around saying, "Oh, you know, I'm the best tennis player in the world because I'm a man, and women can't play tennis because well, they can play at it, but they can never be professional like me because I'm so good, and I'm this good because I'm a man." And so Billie Jean King says, I'll play against you. And he thought, well, it's no big deal. I don't have to train for this or anything. And so he ate like a pig and he put on weight and he went out to play tennis with her. And of course, she actually took the thing seriously and worked at it. So she was in like the best shape of her life. And he was he was older. He was getting older, he was like in his late 40s, early 50s or something. And he was out of shape because he hadn't bothered to train and had put on pounds because, well, he thought, well, it's okay, what the hell, I'm a man, I'll beat her because I'm a man. Well, no. Well, that's Steve Carell and Emma Stone playing those people in the movie. Interesting, huh? That's Helen Mirren playing the Queen. And that is the real Queen Elizabeth. Helen Mirren doesn't look as old. That's Nicole Kidman in Grace of Monaco. Princess Grace was an actress, Grace Kelly, and she was very, very popular. You can see her in a movie called Rear Window. She plays the blonde. I don't remember the name of her character. I don't remember the name of any of the characters, really. Yeah, that's Nicole Kidman. Anyway, she was in the movies, and she got proposed to by the Prince of Monaco, and she married him, and she became Princess Grace. And then his father died, he became king, and she became Queen Grace, and then he died, and well, she was still Queen Grace, but now she was the one in power. And I guess when you're a queen of a country, you really don't want to go back in time and say, hey, I think I'll quit my job as the leader of a country and make movies. Nobody's ever done that. That's the real Grace Kelly at the Academy Awards. Interesting, huh? That's the real one. That's the fake one. Huh? Okay, so that's Naomi Watts in Diana, and that's the actual Princess Diana. After, before, after. Oh, wait a minute. This one is great. This is Robert Downey Jr. in the movie Chaplin, the story of Charlie Chaplin, the great silent film director. That's the actual Charlie Chaplin. Tanya Harding, Margot Robbie in I, Tanya. That was, if memory serves, that was the woman that won a figure skating champion by having somebody go out and attack one of her opponents. Well, that's one way of winning, I guess. And that's the actual Tanya Harding. That's Michelle Williams in My Week with Marilyn, playing the role of Marilyn Monroe, who was a sex icon back a billion years ago. She actually looks kind of like her, don't you think? That's the actual Marilyn Monroe. That's the before, that's the after. Interesting, huh? So, let's see. That's Jennifer Lopez in Selena. I guess the story of Selena Gomez, the wonderful singer. That's the actual Selena. Can you tell the difference? I can't. I think that's pretty amazing, actually. Okay, this is Renee Zellweger and Judy. I thought she did a pretty good job. Okay. I mean, she came across as what Judy Garland really was. An ultra talented, super talented performer who was also had also been turned into a junkie by Hollywood. And that's the actual Judy Garland. Check it. Judy Garland, of course, was shorter, and well, let's face it, she had a better voice. But you know, singing isn't what Renee Zellweger does for a living. I mean, this is what Judy Garland did for a living. And if you do something for a living, you get pretty good at it. She was pretty good. Now this, believe it or not, is Jamie Foxx in Ray. That was such an amazing performance. I thought they dug the man up because Ray Charles was dead when the movie was made. God, can you believe that? And that's the actual Ray Charles. The real Ray Charles, the fake Ray Charles. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, Meryl Streep in The Iron Lady. I guess that was the story of Margaret Thatcher. And that's the actual Margaret Thatcher. Oh, Jim Carrey in Man in the Moon. Andy Kaufman was one of the most bizarre performers ever. And here he is, doing Andy Kaufman's very first appearance on Saturday Night Live, which, by the way, fun fact, was the very first episode of Saturday Night Live. And that's the actual Andy Kaufman, who was one of the, like I said, he was just funny as hell. He was doing his famous Mighty Mouse routine there, where basically he mimed the singing of the Mighty Mouse song. Here I come to save the day. It was funny stuff. Okay, Penelope Cruz and Edgar Ramirez in American Crime Story. And that's the Versace's. Nobody here yet. Charlize Theron in Monster. And, oh yeah, Eileen Wuornos. Eileen Wuornos was this woman that apparently killed men. And I can't remember what her reason it was. I think that she was like a Black Widow kind of a character. And anyway, George W. Bush, this was in Texas. George W. Bush was governor at the time. And he said that, the reason for the death penalty was to ensure that people would be regretful and repent or something. I don't know. To make sure that they wouldn't kill again. Well, she got religion, and all of the major televangelists, even the people that George Bush said that he listened to, said that, he should commute her sentence and give her life in prison. And he said, screw it, kill her anyway. You know, because in Texas, they don't believe in forgiveness in Texas. They believe hit you in the head with a brick. That's what they do. Okay, this is Joaquin Phoenix playing in Walk the Line. Now, I actually met Johnny Cash, and I gotta tell you, Joaquin Phoenix looked a little like him, but that's the actual Johnny Cash, you know? The actual Johnny Cash was not what a lot of people think he was. I mean, he was actually a decent human being. Okay, that's Daniel Day-Lewis playing in Lincoln as, well, obviously, former President Abraham Lincoln. That's the actual Abraham Lincoln. Okay, Gina Gershon in House of Versace. Donatella Versace. Don't know who that was. Grant Bowler and Lindsay Lohan and Liz and Dick. About Elizabeth, what's her name, and Richard Burton. Now, the problem here is that Elizabeth, the actual Elizabeth Taylor was born with a rather unique problem, which is to say she had two sets of eyelashes, both above and below. That's very rare. Most people who are born like that, the eyelashes grow in and make them blind. Okay? But that didn't happen to her. And as a result, she wound up looking like she had eyeliner all the time, even though she didn't. She never wore it. And that's the actual Elizabeth Taylor. That's a bad picture of Elizabeth Taylor. And the actual Richard Burton. I don't think that was such a great look-alike. Now that's that's not JFK. That's JFK. Who's playing JFK there? Doesn't say. Ashton Kutcher in Jobs, the story of Steve Jobs, who I met once a billion years ago at the first computer convention in San Francisco. And his whole attitude was, if you aren't buying a computer from me, then screw you. I don't have any use for it. I mean, that was seriously his attitude. I mean, he was very single-minded. Of course, he became a billionaire. But he also had some serious problems with his family and relationships for his whole life. And that's the actual Steve Jobs. Interesting, huh? Now that's Andre Benjamin in Jimmy, the story of Jimi Hendrix. I doubt very seriously if he actually played the guitar in that movie. If he did, well, Jimi Hendrix was, well, he was a god on guitar. That's the real Jimi Hendrix. Actually looks more attractive, in my opinion. Now that's Michael Douglas and Matt Damon, the story of Liberace and his boyfriend. And that's the real Liberace and his real boyfriend in the background there, Scott Thorson. Get on up. Chadwick Boseman as James Brown, the hardest working man in show business. And that's the real James Brown. some music in the background. We need some music in the background. Do I have any music? Let's bring up Pretzel. And he's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. No. Let's have some chill music. That's too oh, that is chill music. That's a little loud. So let's see if I can't turn that down a bit. Apparently no, I can't. Okay. So, anyway, so the top movies, let me turn it down, sound music down a little bit. That's better. I like it in the background, but just in the background. 1917, Bad Boys for Life, Sonic the Hedgehog. There's no commercial on it. Well, yes, there is. So, are we all set? Here we go.
Listen, pal, I don't know if you realize...
I'm sorry, Major. What was your name?
Benny. Nobody cares.
Wow. That's...
SPD.
Meow? Come on.
Okay, pal, I want answers.
Basically, it looks like I'm gonna have to save your planet.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look
No,
at my
but
life.
thank you for asking.
I realize there's nothing left, cause I've been drooling.
Our job is to secure it, neutralize it, see what makes it tick.
Well, maybe you should get some new ones. Living in a gangster paradise.
Look at this! I took 9 million steps today. Stay in there and be quiet.
How much longer? I can't breathe in here.
Do you have your child in that bag?
No. I mean, yes, it's a child, but it's not mine. It's not your child.
Body spray and an old ham sandwich.
that's always good to say to people. Yes, I have a child that's not mine locked in a bag. Yeah, right. This does not sound like... you know, I wouldn't have thought that that looked any good, but, you know, I wouldn't have thought to want to go see that, but now that I've seen the commercials, you know, I might actually rent the movie, because that looks... that looks just bizarre. Jungle Cruise, what's this about? This is from a Disney thing, and we have no information on it, except for the cast. Dwayne Johnson, I guess that's The Rock. Emily Blunt, well, so far it's good. Jesse Plemons, Edgar Ramirez, Paul Giamatti, well, he's good. Andy Nyman, anybody know who that is? Jack Whitehall, Quim Gutierrez, Quim? Who names their kid Quim? Danny Rovira, Mark Ashworth, Ilana Guralnik, Anika Pampel, James William Ballard, Quentin Tyler Price, Michael H. Cole, and Jay Gutierrez. Well, I recognize about 3 people in that cast. And that was pretty much about it. Directed by Jaume Yami, Colette Sarah, somebody I've never heard of. And we have a poster, and here's a trailer. It came out in October of last year.
Legend has it there is a tree in the Amazon that possesses unparalleled healing powers, and the arrowhead is the key to unlocking it.
Hello. Just wanted you to know this has been mislabeled. Shipping outlets?
Well,
Of
looks
all
like
the jungle cruises you could take in the Amazon, this one is undoubtedly the cheapest. But also the most thrilling. Heads up, coming through. Look out!
oh, this looks okay.
Marauders,
Well, I kind of like Dwayne Johnson.
natives. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. The backside of water.
The backside of water.
We're headed upriver to Lagrimas de Cristal. We must secure our travel. Come on.
What are his
Not a good
accents?
time.
My brother and I are looking for passage upriver.
Please go away.
I have a lot of money.
Yes, that's always the magical word, money.
Curses too. You're gonna beg me to turn back.
Well, I look forward to disappointing you.
10,000 to bring you there alive. Dead, it's 15,000.
Why should I pay more dead?
Dead, I'd have to carry you. That's a lot harder, lady. Here we go.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. You know, that kind of reminds me of,
Oh, God, sorry, Frank.
Sorry, strong form.
I cannot swim.
You booked a river cruise and you can't swim? The price just went up.
African Queen meets action movie.
The myth is real.
Cool. Summer 2020. So, what else we got? Black Widow. That I'm actually looking forward to. Wonder Woman 1984. Call of the Wild. Like a Boss. Tenet. And of course, they don't tell us think about it except that it was written and directed by Christopher Nolan. Kenneth Branagh is in it, I see. Dimple Kapadia. Well, of course, everybody looks at that and goes, "Oh, I just love his work." Dimple is so good. Wendy, what's this? They're not giving us any clues. Oh, posters. Let's have a look at the posters. Yeah, this looks like a sort of a in select theaters February 28th. I don't know. Makes me think of a sort of a Peter Pan version thing based on like a sequel to Peter Pan. The rhythm section, No Time to Die. Emma. Emma, what is this? Rupert Graves, he's the guy that was Harry Potter's friend in the Harry Potter movies. I think. I'll say it's a comedy about finding your equal and earning your happy ending. Emma Woodhouse is a restless queen bee without rivals in her sleepy little town. She must adventure through misguided matches and romantic missteps to find love. It's another romantic comedy. Doolittle, a new reimagining of Doolittle. Cats. Now the critics say that this is crap, but I think the real question is whether or not they can sing, because that's what sold the damn thing. So it's got his music in it, but does anybody actually sing?
I haven't seen you before, have I?
I don't see anybody singing. Nice costume.
You find there the meaning of what happiness is.
Yeah, it's nice costumes, but all I hear is a soundtrack being played.
We're about to begin.
Here we go! Ha ha!
At least one person in that thing has a voice. Yep. I think it looks good. At least one person has a voice. And that's really kind of what's important, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to hang it up. And, I will talk to you guys later. This, by the way, is my home if you're just joining. So I'm gonna end it. So, you know, thanks for watching. Tell a friend. Screw everybody else. Power to the puppets.